In a world of oversharing, there are certain things that a man never discusses or talks about. Today I'm going to go over my list, but I'm going to know your opinion down below. What is something that you feel you should always keep private? When I look around at all the stuff that's being talked about and shared these days, it honestly makes me cringe with embarrassment. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm embarrassed for these people that are sharing these things. Because when you share certain things publicly, it makes you look clueless, it makes you look stupid, and a lot of times it makes you look like an asshole. Number one is your past relationships, whether or not you're talking to friends, family, or your current significant other. When you do, it makes you look insecure. It also makes you look mad still, honestly, right? Because a true alpha and somebody that's actually gotten over them isn't jaded. They're also not angry and talking trash. Instead of talking trash, right, or saying things like she's a big slut or like whatever, be like, you know what? She's a great girl. I wish her well. She just wasn't right for me, right? And what this does, flips everything around. It makes you seem like a rock star and it makes you seem like a bigger, better person. Brings me to number two, never gossip about other people, right? And if somebody tells you anything in private, do not share it with anybody. You got to take it to the vault, because how many of you have been told a secret, right? How many times somebody's come up and be like, okay, I'm going to tell you something, but you got to swear you won't tell them, right? This is not okay. You should never share somebody else's dirt, somebody else's problems, somebody else's secrets with anybody else. Number three is your political views. And I'm just going to throw this out there because when I see people on Facebook or social media or anywhere basically debating or like posting like political anything, it makes me think they're such an idiot. Because you got to understand, you are never ever going to change somebody's opinion that's different than yours by posting something or being mad or being all politically pissed off and charged up. It just doesn't happen. The other downside to posting things like socially, right, about your political views, in my opinion, is that you know you're alienating 50% of the people, right? 50% of the people are going to agree with you, 50% are not going to agree with you. And you're going to get into it, right? And people are going to automatically form an opinion on you based solely on something that you post. All right, for me, I'm Switzerland. Do I have strong political views? Yes. Do I share them? No. And if you're a business, this is even more important, right? In my opinion, there's a saying. I want a t-shirt. Shut the fuck up and sell shit, right? That's what you should do. Nobody needs to know about your political stance or your views on whatever, right? How liberal and woke or conservative or no, stop it. If you're a capitalist and you want to make money, you shut up and sell shit. That's it. Speaking of money, that's actually the next thing that you should not talk about, in my opinion. Now, discussing money in the realm of education, I think this is great. And I think more people need to talk about it. But when it comes to you and your personal finances, this is something that you need to basically keep to yourself, in my opinion. Now, a few things I would like to share. Some things that you should do when it comes to money. You should live below your means. You should not spend on high interest credit cards. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't buy it. You also need to make sure you identify a want and a need, never waste money, and make sure to download the app Rocket Money. Badass. Rocket Money, today's video sponsor, is a super badass all-in-one personal financial app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower your bills, and manage your money better. So I use Rocket Money for a few different things, right? Number one is canceling unwanted subscriptions. So here's the deal. How many of you have like subscriptions that you've like signed up for at one time and you just never canceled or you forgot about, right? And maybe it was like a free offer and then it was like a free 30 days and then all of a sudden it hits your credit card or whatever, right? Well, Rocket Money will help you identify these reoccurring charges. Now you don't have to actually go on and like spend a bunch of time with like customer service. It does it all within the app. Give you an example, all right? I'm embarrassed to say this, but I signed up for a VPN, right? And I haven't used it in literally 12 months. And I never canceled it, right? I forgot about it because it was like not like that much money. It was like 3 months at a time. Rocket Money, I downloaded the app. I saw it. I was like, uh-oh. Canceling literally is just a couple taps. Super simple, super easy. Something else that I use Rocket Money for is actually lowering my bill. So check this out. It's so cool, right? All you do is take a picture of your bill, right? And then you click a few buttons and then Rocket Money will work to actually reduce your bill. All right, everything from like cell phone bill to internet bills, like it's unbelievable. And the third thing that I love so much about this app is that it helps you with your budget. We talk a lot about the importance of setting a budget, living below your means. Well, with Rocket Money, you can actually set like spending categories and it will monitor it, right? And then if you're trying to like meet a budget or you start to go over in one of the categories, it's gonna notify you so that you can adjust and basically keep yourself on track. And the best part is that right now, Rocket Money is free to get started. For those of you who go through my special link down below, which makes this a huge financial no-brainer, unless, of course, you like wasting money. Me, I freaking hate wasting money. Literally, it makes me sick. Gentlemen, if you're ready to join the over 5 million people that are spending less, saving more with Rocket Money, I got a special link down in the description. It's rocketmoney.com/alpha-m. If you go to my link, you click it, you can get started for free. Or you can also upgrade to premium to unlock additional features. But right now, the bottom line is Rocket Money is free. Hit the link down below. That's rocketmoney.com/alpha-m. The next thing you should keep to yourself, in my opinion, as a man, is where you've stuck your wiener and with whom. All right? It doesn't matter what your body count is. I don't think you should share that. It doesn't matter who you've slept with. It doesn't matter what you've done or what positions you've done. It doesn't matter. You got to act like you've been there before. A real man doesn't share that kind of stuff publicly or even to his buddies. It makes you look insecure. It makes you look low class. And it also makes you look just young. Honestly, because when you're a young dude, you're like, oh, I touched boobies, right? You get all like excited. But as you get older, real men don't discuss that stuff, right? You also don't talk about who you've slept with. This is also something that I personally feel you should keep private. Something else you should keep private is your relationship issues or problems you're having with your significant other. All right, one of the mistakes I see a lot of people making, right, is if they get into a fight with their boyfriend or their girlfriend, they run to their family, their friends, and then they like get into it and they talk about it, right? The problem with actually going and running and talking about like issues that you're having is that it paints a negative view of this person to your friends, your family, and people that you're talking to. And even though you're gonna make up with your significant other, right, they're gonna have this in their head, right? They might not forget it, and it may impact the relationship moving forward. The best practice is keep it to yourself. Do not air your dirty laundry with anyone. Which brings me to the next thing you shouldn't talk about, and that is somebody else's family in a negative way. All right, here's the deal, right? This is one of those like Italian things. I can talk shit about my grandfather or my mom or my uncle or my sister or my brother or whomever, right? But if you do, I'm gonna kick your ass, right? It's that sort of thing. Right? When it comes to family, you can say things that might not be 100% like awesome about them, but when you criticize somebody else's family, that hits a whole different way. They may be crazy, but they're my crazy. Shut your mouth. Insensitive jokes. We got to talk about it. All right, so here's the deal. Everybody has been in a situation, probably. You should be. I have been. Maybe I could just speak for myself. Where somebody will say something, right, that doesn't read the room or doesn't know who the other people are like around them. They'll make a joke, they'll make a comment, and all of a sudden it's like the music stops, right? Because they didn't realize that maybe what they said was insensitive to somebody around them, right? If you make a gay joke, right, and somebody's gay or somebody has gay kids, like you just never know. If you're saying anything negative or derogatory towards or about somebody, something, some group of people, you got to understand that unless you know 100% like who's in the room and what the deal is with each person, you are running a risk. Because once you say something stupid, it's really hard to like pull it back or to basically try to excuse it or to make amends or say you're sorry. The next thing you shouldn't talk about or discuss in public is your bad behavior. All right, what I'm talking about is anything illegal you shouldn't be talking about. Something else is acting stupid. And this one, whoa mama, this one's a big one because there are a lot of you out there that are constantly posting things that I'm like, oh my God, like if they even realized how they come across or the way that other people are looking at this, they would not be doing that. Guys, you got to once again understand that what you post, what you talk about, what you share is out there. You never know who is actually looking at it. You got to understand that what you put out there for other people to see, whether or not it's your Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook, your YouTube channel, people are looking, right? And if you're somebody that has a business or you just don't want to piss or offend people, you've got to make sure that you're more reserved with what you actually share publicly. You can think it all you want, but what you share, this is the thing you've got to be more disciplined with in terms of really thinking through what you're sharing. Because if people are going to get offended or think that your shit doesn't stink or whatever, it's going to paint a negative impression in their mind about you. and you never know how this is gonna come back to you, right? And even though right now you think, oh, I don't need them, F them, right? Because a lot of people act like that and say that, it's a mistake. I'm just telling you, from experience, it's a mistake. Switzerland, you gotta basically be as neutral as possible. Now, personally, and in private, you can share what you want to with the people that you know are aligned politically or socially with what you're saying. But when you put something out there, you got to understand that it's not just, the people that agree with you that are saying it, it's people that don't agree, and you never know how this is actually going to come back to you in a negative way. I promise you're better off keeping your mouth shut.